Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a book haul because I've been wanting to do one for a while and I can finally get one done. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, turn on the post notification bell down below, and don't forget to comment down below what videos you want to see next. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is because I've been wanting to do a book video for a long time and I thought I might as well get it over with. So I have all my books sitting here on my bed. I have a bunch. I thought I wouldn't have as much as this whenever I was thinking about doing this, but then as soon as I have brought them to my bed and like, okay, now I have a lot more. I might just, I thought it was going to be a short video, like at least 10 minutes straight, but it's definitely not going to be that. So I'm definitely going to have to like keep this short and sweet because it's going to be a lot more to do as in books. So we'll just get right into it. The first author can't speak, we'll do Hannah Grace. So the first book is this here one. This is Icebreaker. I've actually read this from cover to cover and all. This is one of my favourite books. Hannah Grace is one of my most favourite as authors. That does not make any sense what I've just said there. But yeah, it's one of my favourite books. I'm not going to spoil it too much just in case you just want to get it. But it's basically about a girl and a boy that falls in love. Basically, I'm not going to go too into depth because in case you want to read it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. In case anyone that watches my channel is a book lover as well, like me, especially TikTok books, I love them. So yeah, this one's basically about a boy and a girl that falls in love. I got this in Waterstones, so it is. Then the second chapter of Icebreaker is Wildlife. This one I haven't read yet because it's brand new. I got this in the works. So it is. I haven't read it yet, so I don't really know what to expect. But yeah, it's actually a really good book, I think, because all the covers they've been reading on it is actually a really good book. So you should go and buy it. Okay, so that's Hannah Grace. The next author I will do is Ali Hazelwood. So this is the first chapter. It's called The Love Hypnosis. I haven't read this yet because I haven't got time to reading it, because basically what I do is I get a bunch of the whole like season, the whole like book series, and I haven't read them anymore. Haven't read them yet. So this is, I think, about a girl and a boy that shouldn't fall in love but fall in love, but she plans on like using a love spell, I think, instead. I haven't read it, but I've been reading some really good comments about it on Goodreads. So yeah, Goodreads is basically an app that you can go on to and read all about the books that you want and see all the reviews it gets and pinpoint all the ones you want to read or the ones you're currently reading or finished reading. So yeah, it's a really good app. But yeah, this one's about love hypnosis, so that's really good. Then the second series of that one is the Love Theoretically. This one, so two side by side. This one I haven't read either. It's basically, I think, a girl that is being chased by a guy that she doesn't want to fall in love with. I think that's what it's about. But whenever I get to the point where I want to read it, whenever I haven't finished reading it like anymore, then I'll get up to reading it. If that made any sense, probably didn't. But yeah, so that's the two seasons of Ali Hazelwood, Love Hypnosis, and I can't pronounce that there, Love Theoretically. So yeah, that's the season. And the one I'm reading at the minute is called 5 Survive, 8 hours, 6 friends, 1 sniper. So it's basically about a bunch of friends go on a trip, a summer trip, vacation thing, and they get trapped in the middle of nowhere because their RV caravan breaks down, and little do they know there's somebody out in the middle of nowhere that knows a secret about them and wants to kill one of them. So it's very interesting. I have only got to page 126 at the minute, and it's actually really interesting. This is the first chapter of this is the last chapter of Good Girl Bad Blood and Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So yeah, I actually do have them. So the first series of all these series, this one's from Holly Jackson, if you know who that is. This is the first series, Good Girl Bad Blood. If I can remember what this one's about, it's about a girl basically that goes she comes back to her hometown and she finds out there's a person that's been killed for over 5 to 10 years, and she wants to get involved in the missing murder case and solve it herself. I'm not going to give you too much information just in case you want to go and read it and like get it yourself. But yeah, it's really interesting, and this one's actually my favourite book out of the whole series because it's actually really detailed. So it is Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And the next chapter of that one is Good Girls Bad Blood. This one's not as interesting, but it still is interesting enough to read it. It's basically the second journey of another person that goes missing, and the girl Pippa, that's the main character in it, Pippa. She basically goes again and finds a missing murder case, and she ends up nearly being killed herself in this here one. So yeah, then the last chapter of this one is As Good as Dead. I can't really show you that one because I don't have that one yet, but it's on the back of this book, on the back of these books. So yeah, that's Holly Jackson. She's actually one of my favourite authors of all time because she does such. I'm nearly enough not into fantasy and like murder type books. I'm more into like romance and stuff like that. But like Holly Jackson's the one person that I will any day read about murder and stuff bad that happens. There's good Twisted Hate and Twisted Love. There's also Twisted Games and Twisted Lies. I don't have them yet because I'm still looking to buy them, and I will hopefully be buying them soon. So I haven't read these yet, but basically in Twisted Love, I think she's having nightmares. I think that's what it's about because I can read the blurb on the back. She's having nightmares about a man who's apparently her one true love, or her nightmares about a guy, and apparently one day in her life she apparently meets him. I think that's about. Don't take my word on that now because I haven't read it yet. I'm just reading the blurb on the back. So yeah, this one is actually, I think, really good. I'm actually excited to read this one because Twisted Love sounds really good, and then Twisted Hate also sounds really good. Apparently it's about a guy that falls in love with a girl that he knows he's not supposed to fall in love with. Like, it's forbidden for him to fall in love with him because apparently no one likes the person that he falls in love with, and apparently she's really bad. But apparently he can't stay away from her, and they eventually he makes the move. I think that's what it's about. And don't take my word on that either because these books I haven't read yet. So yeah, that's Twisted Hate and Twisted Love. These ones I got from the Works in Ballymena. So yeah, that's that one. The next chapter of Ava Young is like another series that she does. I don't have all the series of this book. This one's called The King of Wraith. It has a TH at the end, so it's like Wraith, I think. It's about a king that he's tortured into marriage about a maid or a girl that he doesn't want to marry, but eventually after spending like a couple of weeks or months with her, he eventually knows that he wants to fall in love with her now, and then it comes to the point where he's tortured and he's forced to break up with her even though he doesn't want to let her go anymore. So yeah, that's what it says on the blurb because I've read this too much on the blurb and on Goodreads. So yeah, there's also there's a whole season to this one. There's a whole season to these books, but it doesn't have it on the back, sadly. All the books. But yeah, that's that one there. It's really nice actually. As soon as I saw this on TikTok, I was like, I'm picking it up next time I see it. This one I got from the Works in Lisburn. So yeah, that's all of Ava Young's books. Then we'll do Elise Silver. We'll do hers. She has so many. The whole chapter I have bought, and I haven't read any of these yet because I'm currently reading Holly Jackson. So let me quickly find. I think this is the order it goes in. So we have Reckless. We have Reckless here. Yeah, I think it's called Reckless. The man is hard to trust and even harder to resist. You can pretty much guess what this is about as a romance book. So yeah, this one's Reckless. Then I can't hold all these at once, but I'm trying my best here. Then we have Powerless. So then Reckless and Powerless. And then on this hand we have, if I drop these, don't be surprised because I'm trying my hardest to hold them all. Then we have Heartless. This is the blue one. This is like one of my favourite colours, so I think it's going to be one of the best ones. I'm just saying that, don't take my word on that. And then we have Flawless. These are all the ones, I got these from the works, all four of them. And I picked up the purple one, the pink one and the blue one. And then I had to go back the next week after, because I was wanting the orange one too, because the orange one was the last one in the chapter, the whole series, and I was so mad in getting it. So yeah. I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to read all these blurbs in the back because I don't want to waste your time watching this video. But I think it's basically about a girl and a guy that are friends with each other and have sisters and brothers that are friends with each other, like they're all in a group, and they eventually have like a secret love story that none of the friend group knows about, and they're trying to keep it that way until like somebody finds out. I think that's what one of them's about. And then apparently like a day they leave for college and leave to go into do their own thing, and then they come back and they're nothing. They don't want to know each other, they don't know each other at all, and they've changed so much that they don't want to fall in love with each other ever again. I think that's what it's about. And then some of them's about marriage. This one's about marriage because it says it on the back. This one I think's about a girl that wants to fall in love with a guy, but he's like scruffy and she doesn't feel like she knows him very well. This one is about a golden boy that the girl falls in love with, but he's apparently he's her babysitter, and if the parents find out, it'll be done. And that one, this one is basically about a hockey player. So yeah, that's Elise Silver, all her books there. Whoop, dropped. I just dropped them all. But luckily it's under my bed. Okay, I think that's all the books that have a series. No, I'm wrong. I just found there's two more books that have series to them. So you may not know who this person is, but this one is Adam B. He's on YouTube. I only have his books because I'm obsessed with watching him on YouTube, and I know it's a bit childish to have his books, but this is his first book that he came out with. It's called Adam Wins the Internet. So it is. As you can tell by the front cover, he's very dramatic, but I've read this book from cover to cover and it's really good. So as soon as this book came out, this is the second book and I haven't read this one yet. As soon as this book came out, I was like, I'm getting this. And I actually got this for Christmas. My dad got me it for Christmas because I saw it in Waterstones and I begged him to get me it. And I asked him and he said he didn't tell me. He said he didn't get it for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna like read the blurbs on any of these. I know you probably want me to, but I'm not, because I feel it's a bit of a waste of time. Okay, that was a weird noise. Yeah, these are a bit childish, these books, because like I only bought them because like it's a YouTuber that I watch and he's like crazy, very dramatic on YouTube, so I have to get them. And then the last book, my friend is gonna kill me because I didn't show these. I have to show these ones. I don't even know if my friend watches my YouTube channel, but we'll see. I think we'll start off with the one that I got that is the oldest out of all of them. Now, if anyone knows TikTok books, what's one of the most ones that everyone has? Colleen Hoover. Everyone's obsessed with Colleen Hoover on TikTok. Like a lot, like unless Icebreaker, unless no one owns Colleen Hoover, you don't know who she is. But yeah, I've read this one from cover to cover, and it's basically about a boy and girl that, if I can remember, a boy and a girl that both are out of relationships and their families have like nearly have passed away almost, and they end up being neighbours and they end up falling in love with each other, and then before she knows it, he starts abusing her, and then she finds that she's having his baby, and then they get divorced. Very sad story, but very interesting book. Okay, then the next one, I'll get this one. This one's called, oh yeah, I didn't even call the name of this one. It Ends With Us. Everyone knows this book anyway, probably. And then this one is called All Your Perfects. This one I haven't read yet. I just bought this a couple of weeks ago. It's basically a true love story. I think it's about a girl that meets a boy and she doesn't expect anything to go as far as it did, but then before she knows it, he turns out to be her fiance, and she never expects that yeah, she never expects it to go that far. And then mistakes and dreams and all that crazy stuff starts happening in the book. So yeah, that's that one. And then the next one is Ugly Love. This is the one that I have to give back to my friend whenever I go back to tech next week, because she gave me it. As you can see, it's been through the works. Literally, it's damaged as much as like anything. But it's basically about a girl and a boy that a girl that moves to her brother's apartment, and she doesn't want to have a relationship. She just wants to go to her brother's apartment and like start work and start to focus on her career. Then the next thing she knows, when she goes to her brother's apartment, she meets her brother's mates, and then her brother's mates, one of her brother's mates, starts to fall in love with her, and then she has to start like having a secret relationship with one of her brother's friends behind his back. And then I'm not going to go the whole way story in because I don't want to spoil it on you, but before she knows it, he doesn't want to go any farther than making love with her. Doesn't want to have a good relationship with her. Just wants to sneak around with her and make love to her. And then the last like couple pages in, I'm not going to say why he doesn't want to have a relationship with her, because that'll like take it too far. But and I also don't want to spoil it too much on you, but you can get it yourself and read it yourself. But before he knows that he's actually he decides to make it true to her, why he wants to make love to her and nothing else. And then they start having a relationship, they start making it real, and then they start having a family together. And then the book is like an amazing book. I love it. And the last one I have is Never Never. I thought it was a whole like never something, but no. And this one, never stop. Oh, it says on the back, never stop, never forget, never remember, just remember. Okay. I don't actually know what this is about. I'm not going to say too much because this video will be too long. But yeah, it's basically two friends that have been in love since a young age, and they wake up on a random morning and decide that they're strangers and they don't want to be loved, they don't want to be friends, they don't know who each other are. So it's really interesting. But apparently something happens in their childhood. Apparently something happens after they waken up that day. Yeah, that's Colleen Hoover. This one is called Once More with Feeling. So I know there is there's a second series to this, or first series to this, which is in red colouring, and it's about it's more of a movie book. But this one's more of a musical book because it has like microphones and everything on it, and it's basically about a girl that performs music, and I think she finds a boy that perform music with her, and then they madly fall in love. I think that's what it's about anyway. But yeah, that's what that is. I'm not going to say too much about this book because I don't really know what it's about because I haven't read it yet. But yeah, there is a TikTok book. This is a TikTok book. I'm doing all my TikTok books first, and then I'll do the non-ones that I have that I still want to read. So yeah, this one is by Elisa Sussman. Once More with Feeling. Then this is the next book that everyone will probably love, Girl in Pieces. This one's Girl in Pieces. It's by Kathleen Glasgow. I think it's about a girl that is in pieces. That's very, very, very sad. And there are series to this one. I just saw the books on the back. There are series to this one. And I think she sees a portrait of some sort, and then she's apparently, as soon as she sees a portrait of a missing girl or a moving person in the portrait, she immediately flashes her eyes back to her memories in the past of some sort. But it sounds very interesting, very like fantasy like, and I'm very excited to read it. So that's Girl in Pieces. Then the next book, I think this is a TikTok book. It's called Your Place or Mine. It's very romancy. I Can't Live Without Him, Can't Live With Him, Can't Live Without Him. It's by, I cannot pronounce that name, Portria McIntosh. That's it. It's basically about a girl and a guy that live together as roommates. It's basically about a guy and a girl that are flatmates. But unfortunately he goes travelling. Oh no, it's got like completely wrong. She loses her flat, and her friend suggests that she house sits for money or something, and then her husband goes travelling, and unfortunately for her, she's not the only one that has received an offer of some sort. I think her husband has received an offer and has been travelling, and I think her husband is living with someone for a deal of some sort. I haven't read it, and it sounds very interesting. I just read that with me reading parts of the blurb to find what was going on. But yeah, that's Your Place or Mine. Then the next book is this here. Everyone probably knows what this is. This one is Boy Meets Boy, Boy Becomes Friends, Boys Fall in Love. It's Heartstopper. Now, I got this from the Waterstones. This is actually my very first book that I bought, like whenever I started reading. And it's not a book, it's a comic book. But you can get 5 series of this. I got the first series. Yeah, volume 1. I got the first series of this. And it's actually really nice. If anyone who watches movies, hint, Heartstopper, then you'll know what it's about. But I'm not going to say too much because it's basically two boys go to an all boys school, and then they become friends, and then they fall in love, and then yeah, that's basically what happens in it. So yeah, this one is called Book Lovers. So it's basically about a girl that's been through the most breakups in her life, and she just wants to have someone that is her happily ever after, and she doesn't want to go through any more breakups. So apparently her sister moves to the city, and that's basically what it's about. So the next book is 1,000 Kisses. 1,000 Boy Kisses to be exact. This one is actually one of my favourite books because it's so shiny. So it is. So it's basically about 2 people that have met as children, and they don't want it to go any further. But it's about a boy and girl that becomes friends from their childhood. They become friends at a young childhood age, and then they split off and do their own thing. He goes to his hometown, his home country, and comes back 10 years later, and then sadly when he comes back and meets her again, she sadly tells him that he's not the person that she remembers before he left, so he's not the same person before he left. So that's a very interesting book, and I'm really excited for it. This is by Tilly Cole, so yes, it's really interesting. Last book that is from TikTok, and the rest are not from TikTok. I just bought them because I wanted to sound interesting. This one is The Kissing Booth by Beth Reckles. If anyone watches Netflix, you knows what The Kissing Booth's about. Based about a girl and a guy that goes to high school together. They're best friends. They've been best friends since like 5 years old, I think. I've watched all series on Netflix. I know what everything's about. They set up a kissing booth for their high school, and unfortunately, by mistakenly, the best friend's older brother kisses her. Her best friend's older brother accidentally is in line to kiss her, and then she admits to him that she might have feelings, but she doesn't admit that they've been spending the whole time together over the summer, making out, making love, doing whatever, spending time just having a laugh, until he finds out and he's just crushed. But then he finds a girlfriend and she has his older brother. It's just a whole bit of chaos. But yeah, if you want to have romance and kiss at the same time, read Kissing Booth. It's really good. And we have, I read this from cover to cover and it's really nice. It's called Ill Not Outside by Kath Howe. If I'm not going to say too much, but I know exactly what it's about. Sorry, I say that about every single book, even if I don't even know exactly what it's about. It's basically about a girl who goes to, like, she has friends, but then one of her dad's in prison, and her mum and her brother and her live together. They automatically get a nanny because her mum has to work late. And then she finds a new girl at school that she wants to become friends with, but then before she knows it, the girl that she's friends with has a secret that the girl doesn't want to tell her. So she has to go on her own investigation and find it for herself. And she's an artist and she's a photographer. Ella, she's an artist and she's a photographer. Then before you know it, the girl that is her friend catches her in her house, and then they start having arguments. They start and Ella's also getting bullied at school. So my dad bought me this is my very first book that my dad got me for Christmas. It's actually one of the very first books I got for Heartstopper as well. But yeah, I'm not going to say too much because I want you to read it yourselves. But yeah, it's called Ella on the Outside. So it's actually a very good book, so it is. Then this is a very tiny book, but it's called Love Saffron. Love Saffron. I don't know what it's about, but I think basically about a girl that goes to a different country, finds new foods, finds new stuff, and discovers new different things about life, and then she automatically finds a boy, and they, I think, try to keep their distance. I think that's what the blurb says on the back. And then her life starts to change, and friendship wise, her life starts to change. And I think a boy leaves a letter for her, some sort of letter, and I don't know. It's a really interesting book. So this isn't from TikTok or nothing, it's just a really interesting book. Then we have The Family Upstairs. This is actually really interesting. So it looks like this. It's by Lisa Jewell. It's basically about a girl who's homeless, and she has no money, she has nothing. She has 2 kids with her and a dog, and she decides to leave one of her children off at her mum's house, and the wee girl doesn't want to live at the nanny's house because she doesn't want to live there by herself without her mum. But then before she knows it, she goes to live at a hostel, I think, or a family member's house. And then when she returns, I think, to the nanny's house to see the girl, her little girl, she finds bodies upstairs. Oh no, I got that completely wrong. I just remembered about the book. She basically leaves the girl off at her nanny's house, and then she goes and pays respects to a house that has money to, that she's been given by her family's insurance. Her family's somebody's will has given her the house because she's in the family's name. So when she goes to the house, she finds a baby's cot in the house, and she finds a bunch of trees in the house, around the house, planted. And then before she knows it, she finds a letter in the crib, and she finds a baby in the crib. And then that's as far as I got, because I didn't really like it as much, so I just stopped reading it because it doesn't really sound interesting to me. But yeah, this is one of the first books I got. I got this in Asda, actually, surprisingly enough. Okay, and then I have 3 books left, hooray! This one I haven't read yet. It's called Stardust. I think it's about a person that has lost something. So she goes into unlocks a paranormal world that has nothing normal in it, that has a bunch of paranormal stuff, and it has a bunch of fantasy things paranormal creatures, paranormal human beings. No one's normal. Everyone has a little secret about them, or has different faces or different hands or anything, paranormal stuff. But she's lost something and she has to find it again, so it's really nice. And then the next book is called Barking Mad. This is basically about a person that lives with a puppy, lives with a wee doggy, and they go on a walk one day and find something in the river, and I think it's either a dog or a human. I didn't get that far in the blurb. And then after they do that, they go on a whole adventure on trying to find something about the person of the dog that they find, the DNA or something, the murder case or whatever. And the dog is not always with her whenever it's happening. So yeah, that's a really good thing about the book. There's also a next chapter on this. It's called Barking Up the Right Tree. So yeah, that's really cute. And then the last book is called The House in the Woods. This one is from The Works. It still has the price on it, so it is, because I got it for free. Well, not free, £3. It's basically about so people, like children, friends, three friends that decide to play with a Ouija board in an old abandoned house on Halloween. One of them, like none of them faces the horrors they're about to unleash. They're only doing it for fun because they don't believe anything will happen. Soon stuff starts to terrifying them and the stress and get like spirits follow them home. And before long, the friends are caught up in a series of the wildest imaginations and their journey of being ghost hunters. So it's really nice. And that was me reading the whole blurb, and telling you what it was about for once. But yeah, that's what that book's about. It's probably no one's ever going to read this because it's like, I love like ghost stuff. So it's by Vette Fielding. Vette Fielding, if you can read that name down there. So yeah, that's what that book's about. I think that's actually my book collection done. I'm obviously still going to get more. That was just like all the books that I have at the minute, because I still have more series to get for like from Ali Hazelwood. I still have like the whole series to get, and from like Ava Hong still have 2 more books to get from Twisted as well. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all like can give me more video ideas. If you do want like anything else from me to post, please do comment down below what you want me to post, and I will like do my best to get it. Also, yeah, guys, I want to thank you for 2 more subscribers that I've just got. I went from 33 to 35, and I was so grateful for it. I know it's not much to like get, but from me being a starter YouTuber, it's like really nice. So I really want to say thank you for that, and I will hopefully be seeing you soon. And I love you all, and I hope you stay safe. And I hope you're having fun wherever you are, whenever it's hot or cold or whatever. But yeah, guys, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.